Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back. I've recently re-downloaded Apex after a little couple month hiatus playing Battlefield and Star Citizen, a little bit of Warzone here and there. Caught the bug again and I'm back at Apex. I've been watching Apex content again, you know. I'm missing it, you know. So I played a few games the other day in the background here. We're watching one of them. Ended up getting the dub. These are two random people that I queued into with. Since I didn't play for a season, we're back to bronze, which is kind of nice. You know, we could take it easy for a while until we get to the higher ranks. But unfortunately, I don't think it's going to take that long because now with the new ranking system the way it is, yeah, I don't really know how it works, but we ended up getting like 400 something RP off this win. I only had 6 kills, 9 assists, so not an insane game. Never have I seen anyone get 400 RP prior to this season, so I mean that's pretty crazy. But today I wanted to talk about some noob mistakes that I've been witnessing the last week or so that I thought, you know, I'm seeing people make these mistakes, and to some of us who've been playing for a while, they're super obvious stuff that, you know, if you just have a little more experience, you learn not to do or to do something differently. Why don't I just tell you what's a mistake and what's not, so you don't have to, you know, you can fix it now instead of waiting for the experience. So here we go. The number one thing that kills me when I watch people play this game, you know, the number one thing I'm yelling at the screen when I'm watching this gameplay is put your gun away. Put it away, man. When you're running around and you're not fighting, put the gun away. Now I understand the concern is, oh, you're gonna run into somebody and your gun's not gonna be out and he's gonna beat you in the gunfight because you weren't ready to fire. While that is a possibility and it is somewhat true, most of the time, like, you need to be running with your gun put away. You don't have to put it away every time you press the forward key, but, you know, if there's no one around you, put your gun away. You're gonna move faster. Eventually you'll learn to maneuver around, even in gunfights, putting your gun away and pulling it back out real quick. Watch any fade gameplay, you know, any high level pro gameplay like that. They're, instead of sliding with their gun out, they put their gun away for a split second and then pull it back out. The better you get at this game, the less your gun is out. So that's my number one advice, put the gun away. Second thing I see people do a lot, or rather not do, is use their legend abilities when they're in fights. And noobs don't use their abilities enough. There are legend abilities that can literally swing the fight into your favor, a fight that you may not have won. You may win just because of the use of a Q or an alt. This game is all about your movement and your abilities, and you need to be constantly thinking about, how can I use my ability in this situation? Yeah, sometimes it's not a good time to use your abilities, right? Sometimes it's better just to shoot the person in the face. But hey, if you're Octane and you haven't stimmed yet in a fight, stim during the fight. That's like one of the best times to use the stim. Valkyrie, and you're not flying around confusing your opponents, what are you doing playing Valkyrie? Right? If you're Wraith and you haven't used your portal the entire game, that's opportunities missed. A lot of this stuff just comes with experience, but it's something I noticed, you know, use your abilities. The third thing that I see new players doing playing Apex is everybody has their loadout that they like to run, right? Everybody's got it. Even the pros have loadouts that they do better with. This is a battle royale game, and sometimes you just get what you get. It may not be exactly what you want, but that's what you got. So a lot of times new players will find an attachment for their gun that they want to get, and then they'll hold on to it even though they don't have that gun, and they'll hold on to it for an entire game and never use it. Drives me insane. You know, that's a slot that you need for grenades, that you need for ammo, that you need for heals. Wasted inventory slots because you're, you know, wishfully thinking you're going to come across the exact loadout you want, when in actuality it's better just to find some guns. Just use what you find. You're going to get better that way anyway. The more guns you're better with in this game, the better. A lot of this game, whether you do well or not, is predicated on whether or not you can win that fight off the drop. And sometimes you're gonna drop on a bow check and the other guy's gonna drop on a 301, then you better know how to use the bow check or you're screwed, right? You know, I'm not saying you have to use it the whole game. I'm just saying if you picked up a 30-30 and a PK, don't hold on to your light attachments because it's all RNG, right? You could find a R301 in the next pill you open, or you could never find one and you've just wasted an inventory slot. Work with what you have, not with what you want. And if you run across what you want later, grab it, you know, all the better. All right, here's one that took me a little bit to get over when I first started playing this game. Shield swapping to a lesser shield, right? It hurts to do it, but sometimes you have to. This is something you see when you watch the pros play. Some armor is better than no armor. If you have a purple shield, but it's completely gone and you're in the middle of a fight and you look to swap your armor in a box and it's just gray armor, there's that feeling that you're like, am I really gonna swap a purple for a gray? No, like if I just hold on to the purple for a little longer, I'll get a chance to heal, it'll all be fine, and at the end of the day I'll have a purple armor instead of a gray armor. When a lot of times, no, you're just gonna die because you wouldn't swap the shield. Swap to the lesser shield if it's got more health in it. After the fight's over, go back, pick up your purple shield and heal it, because a gray shield is much better than an empty purple shield in the middle of a fight. Even though it hurts to do it, and sometimes it doesn't seem that way, trust me, it is. Okay, here's one that really grinds my gears. A lot of times what you see when you're watching noob gameplay is the tendency to get a little bit damaged and then fully heal up before putting any pressure on the enemy. You need to press the advantage even if you aren't 100% healthy. This is something that's a little bit difficult to do because it's hard to know when am I making a stupid mistake by chowing when I'm not healthy and then going down and causing your team to lose the fight, or when are you helping your team win the fight by maintaining the pressure you have on the enemy. It's a fine line, right? But you got to find that line and make sure that you're executing. You don't always need to heal yourself in the middle of a fight. Sometimes, even if you have no armor, if your other two teammates are fully healthy and you've got one down, press the advantage, push them, don't give them time to heal up because the odds are they're damaged as well. It's better to press the other team even if you aren't 100% than to back up and reset yourself, but also allow them to get the res and reset and put it back to square one, right? You want to keep your enemy on the back foot. Even if you're less healthy than them, if you can manage to keep them on the back foot, keep them scared, you're going to win the fight. If it's a 2v1 and you have no shields, but your teammate is full shields and you're going after one dude, chow. Do not let your teammate go in by himself while you're healing. Now he's taking a 1v1, right? And if he takes a 1v1, it's a 50-50. You have no idea how good that other player is. You have no idea a lot of times how good your teammate is. So at all costs, press the advantage, which means if you have numbers over the other team, even if you don't have the same heals, press that advantage. Because even 1.5 people is better than just one person. If you don't have shields, you can still put down exactly the same amount of firepower as if you were full shielded, right? It doesn't affect how your gun shoots. The health of your character does not affect the damage you can do with your gun. Because who knows, that person that you guys are going after might choose to shoot at your teammate instead of you, and you'll take no damage and he'll take all the damage. It might be the other way around, but at least you'll get a mag into them before you go down, and it should be an easy finish for your teammate. So bottom line, if you have an advantage over the other team, if you've worked and you've gained that advantage and it's cost you, some health, press that advantage. Don't lose the advantage by healing. Do not let your teammates go down. If your teammates go down, it's now 100% harder for you. And again, fine line, right? Don't go down. Don't put yourself in the position where you didn't heal and you really had to, and now you went down. Fine line, but there's two sides to that coin. And normally what I see noobs doing is healing too much. The amount of times that I see people not shooting with their team, it amazes me. Multiple people shooting at one target is always infinitely better than just one person to one person. Hopefully you guys understand what I'm trying to say there. Hopefully that is helpful for some noobs out there who are getting into this game. This game is difficult. This game is a kind of high skill gap, big learning curve, but when you get it down, this is one of the most fun games and most rewarding games to play that you can find out there at the moment. So keep getting better, make sure you're having fun, and I'll see you guys later. What? What the frick? What is this system?